In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a class using the Learning Dashboard. First, log into your account, then navigate to Manage Classes. Once there, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on New Class to create a new class manually. Enter the class name here. You can select a course or subject here. If you don't see anything in this drop-down menu, you'll have to create a course by typing into this field. I'm going to create a course now. If you look at this drop-down menu, New Course is now listed. Now, whenever you create a new class, you can assign it to the course that you've just created here. There are 3 ways that you can add students to your class. If you want students to register themselves, give all of the students in your class a registration code. This is the registration code for the new course that I've just created here. They'll be able to log on to TytoOnline.com themselves, like so. They'll need to travel to the home page, TytoOnline.com, and click Sign Up. They'll have to click on Student, where they'll input their first name and their last name. The class code goes here. Once again, this class code can be found right here on the Manage Classes page of your teacher dashboard. Once students have used this class code and hit Submit, they will receive their own username and password. They'll have to keep track of these themselves. If they forget, you can help them reset their password or look up their username. Then they can get started. If we move back to our teacher dashboard, we should see that the student that registered themselves has joined the class. Let's refresh the page to see. And there's the student who just registered themselves. Another way that you can add students is to add them via Google Import. You can download your rosters from Google Classrooms, and they'll be added to your list here. All you need to do is import. When you import from Google Classroom, it'll automatically create accounts for the students, and they'll be emailed their auto-generated passwords. Then all that students need to do is log into the game. You can also manually add students if you like. When you click on Manually Add Students, you'll be able to add a student by clicking on this button. All you need is their first name and last name. This slider will auto-generate a username and password from a list of random adjectives and nouns that we've generated. I've just created Other Student manually here. Their username is Fierce Other. Their password is Tense7Snail. You'll need to keep track of this username and password for your students. This is the only time that you'll be able to see their password. Once you refresh the page or leave and come back, this password will no longer be able to be viewed, and you'll have to reset it if your student forgets. Once you've given your student their username and password, they can log into the game directly. Please note that if you use Google Import or if you manually add students to your class, your students never need to visit TytoOnline.com themselves. Of course, they're welcome to. We have a student webpage, but in order to play the game, they never need to visit the website. The only time that students will need to visit TytoOnline.com to play the game is if you've given them a registration code here. You can edit your roster at any time. You can adjust students' first names, last names, or even usernames if they've gotten a username they don't like. You can also enter a new password for your students by editing roster if they've forgotten theirs. You'll need to tell them what the password is though. They won't be emailed with that information. As always, if you have any questions, or if you're having difficulty with the Learning Dashboard or anything else related to Tyto Online, don't hesitate to chat with us. This chat icon is in the lower right-hand corner of every part of our webpage. We're happy to help, no matter how small the problem. We're also happy to talk with students who may be having difficulty logging in, installing the game, or anything else. We hope you enjoy using the Student Dashboard, and will continue to use Tyto Online with your classes for years to come.